upon a time, there was a girl named Goldilocks who had a pet monkey named Boots. They decided to go on an adventure through the woods. First, they pulled out their map out of their pocket. The map saying, "I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map."
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
And,
Look like a map.
and the map told them where to go. As they set off, the map grew tired and wouldn't tell them where to go, so they threw her across the woods. Chucked her.
I don't know what's gonna happen after this.
Goldilocks and Boots decided to go on their adventure without the help of their map. As they continued, they were stopped by a mountain. Boots says, "We can't go over it, we can't go under it, so we have to go through it."
There's a map. There's a map.
I think it's here.
We have to go through it.
Reno, we weren't supposed to say that.
I've never done this before.
Okay, you're doing great.
Goldilocks looks confused and asks how.
How do you say that in Spanish?
K. K.
Como? Okay.
Como?
Como? Who said that?
No say.
No, he didn't tell you what to say yet.
As Goldilocks stands in confusion, Boots looks through the woods and finds a dirty, rotten, moldy ratchet recorder. Boots begins to play it, and when he finishes, a door in the mountain appears. They both start walking the mountain.
There's a door.
Flute solo.
A door.
Thank
And when he finishes, a door in the mountain
A
appears.
door.
They both start walking through the mountain, but they didn't know that. What does it say?
Babs, come on.
Swiper. Following us behind them. It looks like that's what she put.
Someone be Swiper.
As they're walking, they hear Swiper behind them. They turn around and yell, "Swiper, no swiping, Swiper, no swiping, Swiper, no swiping."
Swiper, no swiping.
Swiper snaps and says, "Oh man," then runs away. Goldilocks and Boots stumble upon a river.
Oh, look! What is it? Un Riviera. Rio. Rio. El Rio.
El Rio Grande.
Boots decides to play the recorder again and eventually realizes that him and Goldilocks are floating over the river. They safely land on the other side of the river.
Why do you keep hopping? You don't have to hop anymore. I'm hopping.
You're good, Al.
You made it over the river. She was supposed
I'm
to
still
swim.
going up and down, but over.
Is that it?
No, there's more.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Good.
is that 5 8?
No, it's just one. We used to have another 5.
She watches these on Facebook. She's cool.
Hi, YouTube.
terror as she almost steps on a snake. She looks forward and sees a snake crevice full of snakes.
Un serpiente.
Boots,
Serpientes.
Boots charms the snakes with a recorder. Boots charms the snakes with the recorder, and all the snakes pass on. They are in shock. They look up and see a house.
When Goldilocks comes to the house, she encounters two bodyguards, whose names are Steve Hankins and Bill Morton. These were having an elegant feast of barbecue ribs, fried chicken, and lamb chops. Their hands were very dirty and greasy, and they had no napkins. Goldilocks just knew what to do. She offered them wet wipes, for which to wash their hands.
You don't get to go in.
They said thank you. And Goldilocks ninja'd by them. In the Three Bears' house, she found a table with 1,228 bowls of porridge. She tried the first one, and she thought it was too hot. So she wiped some wet wipes on the porridge and ate it. Unfortunately, Goldilocks did not read the warning that said, "Do not inhale or ingest," and she began to hallucinate. She looked up and saw a large pink hipster elephant.
I'm up. By the way, I'm up. There you go.
That said, "Sup, dog."
Soap dog.
Probably you've never heard of this elephant, but we are not going to talk much on this subject. There was also a crocodile with sunglasses and Hawaiian shorts.
You gotta big mouth.
He slid up and said, "Fats up."
Yeah, roll like a crocodile does.
And then Goldilocks passed out after
Do I do anything?
pacing around with the alligator. Oh, prancing around with the alligator. She woke up a little bit later.
I have to prance?
Yes, you have to prance. Prance with that
Deal.
alligator.
Let's do this.
Beautifully done. Yeah, then you pass out. That's the end of my page.
Lady of Golden Locks found some stairs and proceeded to frolic down them. Yeah. The stairs dissolved into clams and she fell into a room completely comprised of buttons.
Buttons everywhere.
She opened the round button door and found herself immediately immersed in a wonderful world of Packer Nation, filled with throw pillows, cushy cushions, sweaters, pennants, and caps of green and gold array. She giggled at the irony as she passed through the door and opened the next, to find herself staring down an endless hallway, and at the end, the headless horseman galloped down the corridor.
Horse, not a horse.
With a menacing laugh, he pulled out the squirt gun and peppered Fahid with poisonous water. Get ready, Falcon. All of a sudden, a falcon came from behind her and swooped down.
Oh, behind her.
Swooped down you want to live.
Come with me if you want to live.
He led her up the stairs to some chairs and said, "You need to rock off the poison, so choose from the chairs you prefer and rock."
What you just said, rock.
The poison had already begun to chip away at her sparkly blue nail polish. The color flowed away like water over a watercolored painting and faded away. She had to choose quickly. The poison was setting in. She sat in the first chair, but her toenails got squished, so she was like, "I'm done with this."
I'm done with this.
She sat in the second chair, and it was so giant that she couldn't get down for a little bit, but then she ended up just jumping, and she hurt her ankle when she fell. And then she stood up and sat down in another chair. It was like, how am I gonna find a chair that works? It was done. And then she was like, oh, I'm sitting in a chair already. This is cool. And she rocked, and she rocked. That's all I got. Go.
Goldilocks is sitting in a chair when all of a sudden Indiana Jones appears as a magical, mystical pixie. When Indiana Jones says, repeat after me, "I'm here.
I'm here.
What are your other two wishes?"
What are your other two wishes?
Never mind, just one. I'm lazy today.
Never mind, just one. I'm lazy today.
Goldilocks says, "All of my life I've dreamed of being one thing.
All of my life, I dreamed of being one thing.
Ghetto fabulous."
Ghetto fab.
Pixie Jones sprinkles his swagalicious pixie dust, taken from the mystical Gucci Mane, while saying, "Swag, swag, swiggity swag,
Swag, swag, swiggity swag,
stag."
stag. Swag.
In that moment, the story became that of Goldiqua and the Tree Bizzels. In celebration of her emergence of her inner swag, she ghetto stomps that chair. I mean, really stomps the chair. No, not just, no. Like, gangsta stomp. Like, okay. Ooh, honey child, let me tell you, she beat the dingus out of that chair.
I like your swags.
Indiana Jones bippity bops Goldiqua on the hizzle with his lid while saying, "This is the dumbest wish I've ever heard."
This is the dumbest wish I've ever heard.
Even worse than that fly and gnat joke by Stephen Oney.
Even worse than that fly and gnat joke by Stephen Oney. I'm not going to tell it to you. You don't want to know.
Goldiqua walks into the bedroom with her hips, which cannot lie. She picked the clothes. I thought it was gonna be a guy. She picked the closest bed because her weave was hurting, and she smacked that itch, because she smacked that itch out. Because if you scratch that weave, it'll get messed all up. She laid down her golden hers and fell fast asleep. Finn Part 4.
On the family broomstick.
What a lovely match, honey.
We'll get him next time.
They were already angry upon arriving home because their favorite team, the Dumbledores, lost the match. In order to take out their frustration, they were looking for someone to hurt. Papa Bear was so angry, he said, "I could strangle someone with my bare paws."
I could strangle someone with my bare paws.
Wink, wink, if you know what I mean. They sauntered into the house and noticed their porridge was cold and half-eaten. Papa Bear was so outraged, he blew into the end of a random PVC pipe laying around and made an obnoxious trumpet noise.
Which bear?
Papa Bear. I can't hear you. stomped all over the house with their bare feet. Mama Bear tripped over the littlest bear's chair and broke it. The littlest bear was so angry, she turned into Katniss Everdeen and used a PVC pipe to shoot her mom with an arrow.
Oh, an arrow.
Ow! You're dead. Go to your cave.
Suddenly, Goldilocks appeared, having just taken off her invisibility cloak, and pulled out. Where's the squirt gun?
Oh.
Pulled out the squirt gun. Yes, we can.
Oh, right here. Who has it?
Goldilocks.
You took it from the horseman.
And pulled out the squirt gun and shot Papa Bear dead.
Get rolled off the fence, I'm dead.
Goldilocks gave the littlest bear a high five and or an awkward side hug and skipped off into the sunset.
All the other bears with the pumped up paws, but couldn't run, outrun. All the other bears with the pumped up paws couldn't run. Okay, I'm done.